Rejection. Rejection is something that the WNBA has gotten used to. Hell, for 30 years, this dump has been rejected by the entire country. They have been rejected by the networks who had no interest in broadcasting pretend basketball. Just last year, the NBA had to package their league with the WNBA just to get the networks to broadcast the dump. I don't think there was a network, ESPN included, that was willing to pay for the WNBA as a standalone property. If they were willing to do that, it would have happened. The WNBA has been rejected by cities who refuse to support their teams, and once again, the dump is being rejected by future players who are clamoring to stay in college. These young women, they would rather continue playing professional basketball at the collegiate level than get fitted for a hard hat and steel-toed boots to become a WNBA dump diver. And I'm not talking about star players. I'm not talking about the one or two players with actual name recognition. I'm talking about players who would be comfortable fitting in with the other unknowns in the WNBA. Young women like Lauren Betts, who is passing on becoming a dump diver to return to UCLA. Olivia Miles, she could potentially return to Notre Dame. And the projected number 1 pick in the draft, Paige Bueckers, or however the hell you say her name, she could be returning to UConn. The number 1 pick in the draft is returning to college? Why? You don't see this level of rejection in most leagues. If you're a top 5 pick in the NBA draft, I don't care how much money you're making in college, your ass is gone. So why are players so hesitant to enter the WNBA dump? Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble upon this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. Link to the main channel is in the description below. For Paige Bueckers, you can't really blame her for being hesitant to join the WNBA. She just watched Caitlin Clark get crucified last season for having the audacity to use her star power to elevate the league. At UConn, Paige is treated like a star. She is respected, she's appreciated. In the WNBA, she could potentially be dealing with jealous players who don't like her because she lacks melanin. But KC, Paige is an ally. She apologized for her white privilege. Yeah, so did Caitlin Clark, and she was still getting poked in the eye. The main reason college players are hesitant to enter the WNBA, it comes down to money. The truth is, they can make more money in college than the WNBA. Plus, the amenities are nicer. I know the WNBA has chartered flights now. Well, kinda. But the amenities are still better at the college level. The number 1 pick in this year's draft, they're going to make, I think it's $350,000 over the next 4 years. There are factory workers in Des Moines, Iowa making more money than WNBA players. But KC, they have endorsement deals. Paige Bueckers is a huge star. She can increase her endorsements in the WNBA. Maybe, but most WNBA players, they are not making major money off endorsement deals. Hell, most WNBA players don't have endorsement deals for obvious reasons. According to Natasha Cloud, most dump divers have trouble getting endorsement deals because they're masculine. Those are her words, not mine. And this is probably the only time that I agree with Natasha Cloud. Think about it. If major brands are looking to hire WNBA players, they are looking to market their brands, their products, to women. How many dudes are walking the streets wearing Caitlin Clark shoes? If WNBA players receive endorsement deals, their target audience is women. Kinda hard to convince women to buy your products when the person marketing those products looks like a dude. You can call it whatever phobia you want, but it's reality. I think another thing preventing players from entering the WNBA, it's the fear that their drawing power is not going to cross over. Let me ask you something. How often have you heard about women's college basketball this season? Last year, we were talking about women's college basketball in November, December. It was a major story throughout the season. We kept hearing about these ratings records and attendance records. We are already in March. In women's college basketball, it has barely been mentioned. If the vast majority of these ladies are having trouble breaking into the mainstream at UConn, how in the hell are they going to increase their drawing power, which would increase their earning power? How are they going to do that playing for the Phoenix Masculines? Some players are waiting to join the WNBA because they think they will make more money next year. The current CBA expires after this season, and WNBA players, they are expected to demand more money that they haven't really earned. Even though the WNBA can't afford to give it to them, they're going to. They couldn't afford to give them chartered flights, they did anyway. They can't afford to put them in the Red Roof Inn, they did anyway. The WNBA, they're in this weird position right now where the league is growing, but that growth is an illusion. It's a mirage. The league itself is not growing. Games without Caitlin Clark last year, they averaged 394,000 viewers. I know the mainstream media wants us to believe that Angel Reese is a star, and the truth is, Angel Reese is a star. She is really popular with lonely men on social media who spank their wanker when she uploads bikini pics. Then they sympathize with her when she complains about being sexualized. But just because you are popular on social media, that does not mean you're a mainstream draw. There is a huge difference between a star in a draw. Zion Williamson's a star, yet for some reason the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, it is empty every night. But KC, that's because the Pelicans are a huge embarrassing failure. The arena was empty last year when Zion played 70 games and the Pelicans won 49 of them. Angel Reese is a social media star, but people aren't paying to see her pretend to play basketball, and they are damn sure not watching her on television. If you don't believe me, look at the ratings for Unrivaled. Give me your thoughts on this. Multiple college players expected to remain in college and reject the WNBA. Why? Why are women hesitant to join the dump? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the main channel.